How to get organized for travel. Travel can be one of the most exhilarating experiences in life, but preparing for a trip and living out of a suitcase can leave you feeling a little disoriented. Be sure to think out your packing beforehand, and always anticipate needs and situations that may arise while you're on the road. Organized travelers always have more fun, because they know they have all the bases covered. If you take the time to prepare now, you'll enjoy yourself more when your journey is underway. Steps 1. Check travel regulations before you pack. Since new air travel regulations are always popping up, it's a good idea to do a little pre-packing research if you'll be going by plane. By investing a few minutes into finding out what you can and can't take with you, you'll save yourself the hassle of having to abandon any of your belongings at the airport security checkpoint. Steps 2. Make a photocopy of your passport and other important documents. Keeping a copy of the front page of your passport, personal identification, and credit card information is important should any of the originals be lost, stolen, or destroyed. A copy leaves you with makeshift identification and can help expedite the process of replacing your travel documents. Don't forget to make a copy of the backside of your credit cards, as this is usually where the contact information for the company is and what you will need in case your original gets lost or stolen. Always be sure to keep the copies separated from the originals, so that you don't lose both in one shot. It is good practice to have copies in your suitcase, on your carry-on, and back at home with a friend or family member. The originals should stay with you. Steps 3. Protect travel documents and small valuables. If you're going to be roughing it on your trip, especially around water, consider keeping travel documents, currency, and other small valuables safe in impact-resistant, watertight, buoyant containers. They'll help to keep your effects safe, dry, and in one piece. Steps 4. Pack clothes that are easy to wash and don't wrinkle easily. If you're not sure about what kind of laundry facilities will be available at your destination, it's probably not the best idea to leave home with a bunch of dry clean-only items. Instead, opt for clothes that will stand up to washing, whether in machines or by hand in the bathroom sink. Steps 5. Roll your clothes. Nothing saves room in your suitcase like neatly rolling clothes instead of folding them. You won't believe how much you'll be able to fit into one bag. Rolling also has the added advantages of being easier than folding, and rolled clothing isn't as likely to get wrinkled and full of creases, so there's less ironing to do when you unpack. You may also want to invest in some travel clothing packs. They are fairly inexpensive and can be any size. They're breathable but zip up, allowing you to fit more items than you normally would, as well as keep things separate, such as shirts in one, pants in another, undergarments in yet another. This not only gives you more space but really helps keep you organized during the whole trip. Steps 6. Hang on to your laptop. Whenever you travel by air with a laptop, don't check it with the rest of your luggage. Always treat it as a carry-on. Keeping your laptop in your possession at all times will prevent it from being damaged through mishandling, and helps to ensure that the personal information stored in your computer doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Step 7. Bring some plastic bags. An empty plastic bag tucked into a suitcase can turn out to be a traveler's best friend. The next time you go to the supermarket, save the bags that you brought your groceries home in, and take them along on your next trip. You'll be amazed for how many uses you find for them. They're great for keeping dirty laundry separate from clean items. You can also use plastic bags for wrapping shoes before you toss them into a suitcase with all your clothes, or for isolating toiletries like shampoo and lotion while they're packed, just in case the bottles start leaking. Steps 8. Make sure you can keep your devices charged. Being on the road can make it quite a challenge to keep small electronics like cell phones and PDAs charged. Think about investing in a portable DC adapter, because they work with both your car's lighter port and the DC outlets on airplanes. You'll be able to stay powered up and connected no matter how you're traveling. Steps 9. Take along extra digital camera memory. Whether you spend them visiting family or exploring exotic locales, vacations are full of once-in-a-lifetime photo ops, so make sure that you won't have to pass any up because you've run out of camera memory. Always tuck an extra memory card or stick into your digital camera's holding case for emergencies. Remember, breathtaking sunsets and spontaneous moments can't be put on hold for a trip to the electronics store. Steps 10. Make your contracts for housing before leaving. It is much easier to gather information and make decisions at home than while traveling in a foreign country. If you prefer to not be locked into one accommodation, or to see it first, then build that into your plans by committing to the first day only, and by gathering detailed information on your options before going to check them out. Steps 11. Research your telephone options before you go. Knowing the local calling procedures and prices can save you a lot of grief should a tough situation arise that requires phone calls. Cell phones can be used to dial emergency numbers, and also to stay in contact with trusted friends and suppliers locally and back at home when other telephoning options are difficult. Whether you rent a cell phone locally, expensive, use your home country's cell phone plan, moderately expensive, a special traveling plan offered by that company, less expensive, or use a local prepaid plan, often least expensive, know your options before getting there, and you will save time and risk in the long run. It is always a good idea to check with your service provider to see if they have a call, text, data plan and find out if one of their options will work for you. If you have an unlocked GSM cell phone that has a frequency that is used locally, then you have the most options. You can usually use your home country plan, and also plug in a SIM chip from any local GSM cell phone provider. These chips can be bought at cell phone stores in most countries, or on the internet before leaving. And often the prepaid plans have fixed rates and very low charges for the SIM chip, like USD $5 minus 20. Calling cards that you buy in your home country, in the USA at least, that allow calling from any telephone in the country of travel, can also be quite helpful in fixing your prices and security in being able to call.